Hello, how are you today? Hey, I want to let y'all know that today lunch is on me. All right, lunch is on me. So do me a favor, go ahead on and pull up a chair. Get your utensils together because today lunch is going to be on me. All right, so I want to give you all an opportunity to get in the room. Get in the room. I believe that this is going to be a space where purpose and clarity is going to be revealed to those of us that really need it. So I want you to come on in. Get in the room. I'm already seeing a couple of y'all come on. I see Bebe. Hey, Bebe, how you doing? Listen, as I have already said, hey, I want y'all to pull up a chair. Get your fork and spoon ready. I told y'all that lunch today is going to be on me. Hey, how y'all doing? I see y'all coming on. Hey, Sister Wendy, blessings to you. Listen, while you are coming on, I want you to do me a favor. I want y'all to help me set the table. Can y'all do that for me today? And so what I want to do is to ask you, if you are watching live, I want you to share this conversation, invite somebody in the room. And for those of you all who stay for the conversation, I want to tell you that I'm going to be gifting a person or persons who will be active in the chat. I want y'all to get active. If you're active in the chat, guess what? You following me and you staying for dinner, lunch rather, and you made the choice to spend your lunch hour with me, I want to let you know, hey, I'm choosing somebody after this discussion, this conversation, and I'm buying you lunch today. Ain't that something? Listen, I'm going to keep on giving shout outs. My lady is in the building. Y'all put it hearts on the screen for the lady, Jessica Beard. All right, good to see you. Glad you joined me today for Lunch on Me. I'm going to be kicking this conversation off. However, as the platform progresses, I'm going to be inviting some people on to have the conversation. Different things that, that I believe that is going to be purposeful and impactful. Sometimes, we just need a space where we can talk. We can feel free to heal. We can feel free to just discuss. And that's something that I want to do. This is not a preaching platform. We're going to be having good conversations, all right? So I want y'all to help me. We're going to do a little check-in, roll call. What's going on, Elder Bush? I see you in the chat. My brother, Chris Kelly. Kelly, what's happening? Good to see you in the chat. Listen, y'all still got time to invite somebody in the room. Before we jump in, I want to see who's in here. Do me a favor, rep your city, all right? I want you to put it in the chat where you are logged on from, rep your city. I definitely want to shout out your region, your state, your neighborhood, your community, all right? Put that in the chat where you are logging on from. I want to see who's in the building. Lady Hill, what's going on? Welcome to Lunch on Me, Lady Hill. Okay, welcome. This is a place, safe place for conversations for people who live and lead a purpose-driven life. My brother Jacob Tate is on. He is tuning in from Franklinton, Louisiana. What's going on? Carissa Hugger is on from McLean, Mississippi. April Shelby is on from Taylorsville, Mississippi. Brother Tom, what's up, man? He's on from Petal, all right? Elder Bush from Hattiesburg. Kayla Johnson, how you doing? Is from Hattiesburg. Y'all, my mama came to eat lunch with her son today, and she said she tuning in from Louisiana. I want to let y'all know that I'll be in Louisiana tonight for the One Nation revival. all right? Shanae Williams says she is on. What's up, Coach? From Pop Vegas, all right? Check that out. All right, so I appreciate y'all. Y'all look like y'all want that lunch. Do you hear me? The chat is already active, all right? The chat is already active, and we want to keep the ball rolling because I don't want to just get on here and let this be a monologue. This is a dialogue conversation today, and I just want to talk to people. Y'all, my pops, he joined me for lunch today. Y'all put hearts on the screen for the chief. I'm on the way, man. I'm coming to Hammond. The people say they want revival, so by God's grace, I believe only he can revive his people. I'm only a conduit, and I'm excited that God would choose me to strengthen my mother and my father's hand in that region of the world, okay? And so listen, I want to start off by, some people call them icebreakers, okay? Here at Lunch on Me, I'm going to call them clarity questions, all right? So I got a clarity question for you today. I'm already feeling good that y'all in the room. And my clarity question, I want y'all to put it in the chat. I want you to put your answers in the chat, all right? Are you ready? I'm getting ready to give you your clarity question for today because I want us to be clear, all right? Nothing to me is like clarity. If anybody ever been in a season in your life where you knew God was doing something in you, though you had gas in your car, though you had an unction from God, you were still in a stuck place if you're not clear on where God is taking you. And so I want this platform to be that of clarity. And I'm coming on here, maybe not to talk to everybody, but I want to talk to somebody that knows beyond shadow of a doubt that you wasn't born just to die. That's who I want to talk to. Somebody who knows that you wasn't born just to die, all right? But somebody's getting ready to make their dash count. And by God's grace, I want to be able to help you with that, if at all possible, all right? God bless you all that are continuing to join me in the chat. We got about 28 people on here, but I think we can get that thing up to at least 50, all right? So y'all need to wear that share button out. Let somebody come on in the room because this may be the conversation, y'all, that you've been needing your whole life. I wanna let you in on it. My mother-in-law is on. Hey, how you doing? My beautiful mother-in-law is in the building. So this is our clarity question for today. My clarity question for you all, I want to see you in the chat. If you had one gift that you can give the world, what would it be? All right? If you had one gift, I want you to put your answer in the chat. If you had one gift that you can give to this world, what would it be? I'm going to give you all a moment to respond to it. If you had one gift to give to the world, that's our clarity question that I want to give you today. What would it be? My good friend, I call him my big brother, is in the room, y'all. Clap it up, put it together for my guy, all right? Tony A. Romani, all right? God bless you, brother. So thankful that you have joined me for lunch today, sharing your lunchtime hour with me. I'm waiting on your questions if you have your answers. If you have one gift that you could give to the world, Sister Wendy Stokes said, I'll give peace and clarity. All right, that's really good. You look like you've been reading off of my notes. All right, my sister Shamaya @ Lady 8 is in the chat. Hey, what's going on? If you had one gift you could give the world, what would it be? Sister Wendy, so far, she said understanding. I believe it was. My brother, my daddy's firstborn child is on, all right? He bears the name, all right? Yeah, Brother Junior is on, all right? Pastor PJ, all right? Somebody said peace. Brother Lindell said love. Katina Lewis said love and peace. These are some really incredible answers. I love that. We're going somewhere. We're going to get there after a while. Yeah, Elder Bush said clarity. I love that. Honest reality. My God, Brother Tom. Sometimes, and I'll tell you this. My brother said he would his gift to the world would be discipline to execute ideas. My God, that is it right there. We definitely need that. While you all are continuing to put in your answers, I want to be transparent. I want this to be a transparent platform. I used to be really good at preaching about Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, but God literally challenged me. He said, hey, according to the writings of Apostle Paul, he said that we are to be living letters made to be read amongst men. And so we understand through the book of Acts that there are more than 66 books of the Bible, all right? You're a book, okay? And all of the books that's being written, all right, your life story in this time is yet being written. Some people will never pick up that King James Version Bible, but they watch your life each and every day. And so with that being said, we've got to come to a place not just of honesty, right? But we've also got to come to a place of transparency. And that's what I want to do. I want to be transparent and just let you all into my life as we dive and learn together into yours. But I had a problem. And I had a problem. And the problem that I had in a season that I was in that caused my heart to be broken was this. I said, God, why does it seem as if I'm always overextending my hope for certain things and certain people in certain places? And it seems as if I'm coming out of it and I'm exhausted, all right? And guess what I want to tell you? God spoke to me in that time. You know what God told me? He said, man, if you're going to get better, you've got to get rid of a lying spirit. I said, whoa. He said, man, if you're going to get better at overcoming this or coming to a certain place and you're getting hung up here and there on people, places, things. And God told me, man, you got to get rid of your lying spirit. And so I was talking to God and I was examining myself and I didn't think I was a liar. Okay. I'm getting ready to help somebody early. We ain't even got to the meat yet. And you know what God told me? God told me, he said, you know what? We lie to ourselves when we try to start adding color to something that's black and white. All right. We want to kiss a frog and make the frog be a prince, but and then be tripping because we got warts. You kiss the frog. My God. And I want to tell you, you got to learn how not to overextend yourself. Sometimes we give things, people, places, $1 when they wasn't worth, when their time in your life wasn't worth a dime. My God. We overpaying people. And now we get to a situation where we stressed out because we overextend. No, pay your way, okay? Pay what the situation weighs. Do you hear what I'm saying? And so that's what we've got to do. And sometimes in order for us to progress in a thing, we can be so heavenly minded that we're no earthly good. And we put our hope and our treasures and our wishes in things that thieves can break in and steal and rob us of certain things. But in this season, you got to learn how to call a thing, all right? In a healthy place. Quit adding color to what is black and white, all right? Listen, if a thing progress, honor the progression and thank God for it. But don't go through life blind and hurt and wounded because we couldn't deal with the reality that was in front of us. All right, listen, that was an appetizer. I gave y'all that for free. I don't know who needed that, but some of y'all keep going around the same circle with the same people, the same circumstances. And guess what? Sometimes you just got to call a thing and know how to move on with love, compassion, and concern. All right, listen, all of you all gave out some really good, great answers. And I'm getting ready to tell you what my answer is. And some of y'all owe me some money now because you stole my answer. All right. So listen, this is what I want to say. This is what I want to say as it relates to my answer. I want to answer my own question. The gift that I would give to the world is understanding. All right. That's what I would give to the world. The gift that I would give to the world is understanding. All right. I want to tell you that understanding is an incredible gift. The Bible says in all of your getting, it didn't say just to get things and all of this. It says get an understanding. Because you can get the thing, but if you don't have an understanding, you won't be able to keep the thing. All right. I'm going to tell you something about an understanding. An understanding will not necessarily remove hardship. All right. That gift that I'm giving, that I would give, would not remove hardship. Can I tell you about understanding? Understanding also will not remove pain. But I'm going to tell you what understanding will do. Understanding will give your pain purpose. All right. And some people are going through pain, but because they lack an understanding, they're just in a place to where they're hurting. Right. What if there was a woman who was going through labor pains and she was going through contractions and all of these things, right? And did not know what was the purpose of her pain. Guess what? This woman will feel as if she's getting ready to die. But if I understand the reason why I'm enduring pain, the reason why I'm going through different challenges and dealing with discomfort, what if I told you that your pain is an indication of pregnancy? All right. Yeah, pregnancy. I want to let you know that purpose, that you are pregnant with a word called purpose. All right. Pain, understanding gives your pain a purpose. Yeah. And if you don't have an understanding, you will always focus on the pain, but not have an understanding that the reason why I'm going through this pain is because I'm getting ready to give birth to a promise, and that's my purpose. Somebody say lunch on me, lunch on me, lunch on me. If this good eating, I need somebody to say something. Yeah. That's what I would give. I would give understanding. It does not erase hardship, but it gives pain understanding, gives pain purpose, all right? And it provides clarity to what you're facing, all right? Whether it's something you're walking through now or whether it's something that you survived. And some people don't even realize that the worst chapter in your life that you went through, when understanding partners with your storm, I want to tell you, it qualifies you for a greater grace. It qualifies you to be a greater tool to be able to help somebody else in their life. I say this all the time, and I'll tell it to y'all today. Y'all doing really good. This is what I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you that it seems as if that the blood of the Lamb by itself is powerful enough for any antidote. But the Bible says we overcome the wicked one, not just by the blood of the Lamb, but by the words of your testimony. So that the equation for someone to be able to overcome in this earth is the blood of the Lamb plus the words of your testimony, all right, equals somebody else's overcoming ability, all right? Listen, you don't even realize that that dark season just qualified you to carry glory. That dark season just qualified you to be able to not just live in life, but thrive in purpose, all right? I got so many stories I could tell you today, but I'm limited on my time. Your lunch break ain't that long, and so I'm trying to get this understanding in bite-sized pieces, all right, for those of you all that are in the chat. Yeah, that's what I want to talk about. Yeah, when it comes down to it, you matter, all right? You are an individual that's not going through what you're going through, dealing with what you're dealing with for nothing. I want to tell somebody that pain has a purpose. All right. I wish I had somebody that'll just go crazy in the chat. Listen, I heard a woman of God say, and I want to be transparent. I remember going through one of the worst seasons of my life. I was separated from my children, went through a very public divorce, and I was just in a place to where I knew God was with me, but at the same time, I struggled because of darkness, all right? I want to help somebody, and I want to be transparent. I struggled in one of the most challenging seasons of my life. And those of you all that's on here that understand the prophetic, it is a very challenging thing to be able to see for others in their lives and give them direction when they need it. But as a prophet, look out the windows of your life and can't see your way. That's a place to be in right there. And I was in that place. I was in a place of darkness. I want to tell you, I was running revival, and I was dealing with depression. I want to be transparent. I was laying hands on sick people, and they was recovering. But the physician did not have the ability to heal himself, and I was dealing with darkness. And I was in a place of depression, I'm telling you all, for years. Didn't even realize it until I met a woman of God. And she said, baby, come here. I want to tell you something. And the woman called me over there, and I began to talk to the woman. And she says, baby, I want to tell you that you got the wrong perspective on darkness. Yeah, she says, you're looking at your dark place the wrong way, and because you're seeing it from the wrong perspective, you're not receiving this season well. I said, what are you saying? She told me that there's a difference between a womb and a tomb. I want to help somebody. She says, though they look the same, they are not. Both a womb and a tomb are dark places. And the woman of God told me that you are mistaken in this season your womb for a tomb. The woman of God told me that a tomb is a dark place people go to die. But a womb is a dark place that people enter into to live. And the woman told me to take strength because in this season of darkness, she said, son, you are not in a tomb. You're in a womb. And I want to tell somebody that conversation gave me clarity enough to know that this is not my last day. This is the first. And I want to tell somebody in the year of 2026, though you've faced darkness, though you've encountered darkness, I want to tell you to take strength because what you thought was a tomb, God told me to tell you is a womb. Somebody, I don't know who you are, but I'll identify you by your praise, is getting ready to live. My God. I want somebody to put that in the chat. I think I'm going to live. Yeah. Put that in there. I think I'm going to live. I think I'm going to live from here. Yeah, I done went through a valley of a shadow of death. And I want to tell you that I've decided, I'm deciding at Lunch on Me that it's up from here and I'm going to live the best life that God afforded me to live. I want somebody to put that thing in the chat. I am not in a tomb. I was in a womb. My God, I just want to help somebody. Listen, I know you don't know it, but I want to tell you something. That ain't even the meat of my conversation. We're getting ready to get into that right now in the second half of setting the table, all right? Get somebody in the room. Somebody need this. Those of you all that's eating, listen, don't eat by yourself. Call somebody to the table that you could employee to come on in. Tell somebody that it's lunchtime, all right? It is lunchtime, all right? So the main thing that I want to talk about today, that's right, I see y'all in the chat. The main thing that I want to talk about today, the first thing that I really want to deal with is identity. Yeah, one of the greatest crimes today is not auto theft. It's identity theft, all right? And so cybersecurity and all of that are high-paid professions today because we are dealing with a thief that literally wants to rob us of our identity, all right? And so that's the topic that I want to discuss with you all today, identity. I want to tell you something. I've had moments in my life where I thought I knew who I was and came to understand later in life I didn't have a clue. By a show of hands, not in this monologue, but in this dialogue, have anybody ever dealt with a bout of an identity crisis? Anybody? Ever been in a stage or a state in your life where you struggled with your identity? I want to tell you, I was struggling and didn't even know I was struggling. Y'all don't want to be real and transparent, all right? I've had moments in my life to where I thought I knew who I was, but realized later on I didn't have a clue. For a long time, I thought that my identity, I see you, Sister Clara Alexander. God bless you. That's right. Thank you for being active in the chat. Yeah, I'm trying to help April Shelby. I'm doing the best I can to try to help somebody at Lunch on Me today. All right. So listen, for a long time, I thought I knew who I was, but I didn't have a clue. For a long time, my identity was shaped by the earth, by where I came from, who I came from, things I was able to accomplish on the ground. I took my identity from my optical lenses, who I thought I was, where I thought I was going. But I had to realize something. My identity was not born in the earth. Do you hear me? Your identity is not born in the earth. Can I tell you something? Your real identity was born in the air. Yeah. Your real identity is airborne. And I had to understand that I identified myself by being my mother's second son. I identified myself by being the child in the middle. I identified myself by experiences that I've had in this world. But I want to tell you something. Whenever you are a person of purpose, your identity doesn't come out the ground. Your identity comes from the sky. Do you hear me? Your identity was not born in the earth. And that's all I was able to identify myself as who I was in the earth, not necessarily realizing that my true identity, it was not born in the earth, it was born in the air. I need you to tap somebody around you that know these are good groceries today, to let somebody know that I have an airborne identity. Yeah, I'm giving you time with that. Tap somebody, let them know that my identity, my real, true identity, hails from the air. All right? I'm more than all of these things, all right? I want to tell you something. Anybody that ever struggled with identity, I want to tell you that you are not just whatever number you are at the dinner table. You are not just whatever number you are in your lineage. You are not just your past mistakes, your flaws, your bloopers, and your blunders. You are, in fact, whom God have called you to be. And the moment where we can really receive what God is doing in us is going to be our epiphany moment to understand who we really are. After I got that understanding, I walked around, I had a dream, and I'm going to try to tell you this dream real quick. I've had the same dream for the last 20 years. I go through different things in life, and there's somebody watching me. Have you ever felt like somebody was watching you? And I remember having the same dream for 20 years. And I would go through different things and go through different challenges and things of that nature. And I could always see a man that was standing in the distances of my life in my dreams. No matter what I went through, I could always see somebody watching me from the distances of my life. And throughout the years of this dream, I stopped kind of focusing on what my challenge was, but I started engaging this man because the man looked to be a very interesting man, but he was standing off in the distance, right? And so in the dream, it took me years and years and years to really figure out who the man was that been watching me all that time. I was able to respect the man that I saw because the man I saw, I was able to discern that the man was a king. I was able to discern the man was a priest, a prophet. He was a mighty warrior and all of these things. And I was able to see the wounds, the battle scars that was on this man. But I was also able to discern the level of wisdom that God have given this man. And I want to tell you, I've been having the same dream for 20 years. And I want to say maybe in the 18th year of the same dream, of this same figure, I came to understand that the man in the distance was me. That puzzled me because now I got questions. Why come I didn't recognize myself? The man was like a 70-year-old version of who I am. I was asking questions like, why come I didn't recognize myself, even if it was a future version of me? I was asking questions like, where do I live? I was asking questions like, a lot of people see the glory of a person, but I wanted to know, what did he gain to get to that position in life? Not only was I asking about his gains, I asked the real questions. What did this man have to lose? Who did he have to lose to arrive to such a place? And I had so many questions, but I didn't have enough answers as to the man up in the distance, who was me the whole time. Blew my mind. And after preaching, reaching, teaching, after mentoring, after guiding, I remember being stuck in a place as if I was in a comatose, asking the question, who am I? Who am I? You are not what you do well. A lot of people, if you ask about who was Jesus, most people are automatically start talking about what he did. He healed the sick, cleansed the leper, raised the dead. 5,000 men he fed. No, that's what he did. Who is he? Whom do men say that I am? And I started asking the question, who am I? After years of preaching, teaching, running revival, I was asking the question as it relates to my identity. Who am I? Who am I? And for those of you all that have asked that question as well, I want to help you in the closing of Lunch on Me. All right? Sometimes you can identify through what God have called you to carry. I gained my identity by discerning what I was called to carry. Can I tell you something? There was a woman by the name of Mary. We understand Mary's identity through what God entrusted her to carry. You know what Mary carried? Mary carried the glory of God. She identified with God's glory. I'm reminded of an instance. I'm getting ready to help somebody. I'm reminded of an instance about a man named Moses. Moses struggled with identity, and we understand why. But that was a day that God told Moses, don't look in the mirror for who you think you are. He asked him a question, what's in his hand? Guess what? He had a rod in his hand. Well, people who hold rods and staffs are leaders. Do you hear me? People who hold rods and staffs are shepherds. All right? Moses did not gain his airborne identity by looking in the mirror. He gained his airborne identity by looking at what was in his hand. What did God call you to carry? And when you discern what God called you to carry, guess what? Your identity, your purpose is going to lie within what the weight of whatever God called you to carry. Some of you don't even realize that the reason why you can't sleep at night is because God didn't just call you to the confounds of a congregation. God called you to carry the weight of a generation. My identity comes from not the man in the mirror, not just by looking in the mirror. I want to tell you that the day I stopped looking in the mirror for my identity and start looking in my hands, that was when God began to reveal who I really was by what he called me to carry. Some of you have been carrying blueprints. You're a builder. Do you hear me? What's in your hands? Some of you all have been carrying, my God, the weight of trauma. And it seems as if you don't feel necessarily just your own situations. You are in tune with others. Can I tell you something? God is calling you to walk in the space and the grace of healing. Some of the pain that you feel is not your pain. That's your purpose. Do you hear me? That is not your pain. That's your purpose. Do you hear me? Yeah, God will always call you to be able to feel what he has called you to heal. Do you hear me? Yeah. Ask somebody the question. If you are struggling with your identity and can't see it in the mirror, do me a favor and look at what he's placed in your hands. Do you hear me? All right. So here's another clarity question. The lunch hour is almost over. What have you been burdened to carry? Welcome to Lunch on Me, y'all. This is all I got. What have you been burdened to carry? What burdens you? What makes you walk the floor at night? What leaps in you to such a degree until whenever you finally get to a place of comfort, it calls you to a place of discomfort. Now you done learned, or you are learning in this season, how to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. Can I tell you something about peace? Can I tell you something about purpose? It'll rob you of your sleep until you understand it. Can I tell you something about purpose? It will cause you to lay awake at night until you gain a revelation. What have you been burdened to carry? I want to tell somebody that's at the lunch table today that you wasn't born just to die. You are a purpose, a person who got purpose that wasn't born in the earth. It was born in the sky. You got an airborne identity that God gave you, and until you walk in it, and until you grasp it and receive it fully, guess what? You're going to walk in all of your accomplishments still unfulfilled. Who are you? What's your identity? I can help you with that by gaining clarity and understanding of what's in your hand. The weight might not be punishment that you're feeling. It might be your identity knocking on your door. All right? Listen, I'm coming to a close. It's been a great conversation, and I'm so thankful that you all have joined me for your lunch hour. I don't want to take it all. I don't want to take all of your lunch hour, but I do want to thank you for pulling up your chair with me today and sharing lunch. All right, thank you for getting out your utensils and sharing lunch with me on today. All right, so listen, do me a favor. I want to let you know I do have a few announcements. I talked about it earlier that I'm going to be in the city of Hammond, Louisiana tonight for the One Nation Revival. I believe God is going to really meet us in a supernatural way. I can already feel it. I want to say last week, I felt the grace of God coming on me to fulfill this assignment. I can't do nothing in my own might. I believe it was the Apostle Paul says, I am no more, no less by the grace of God. Everything I got it from grace. All right. And so I can't take no credit for what the Lord is going to do. All right. And so that's how I feel. And so those of you all that are in South Louisiana, I admonish you to drive to get there. There's a move of God that's going to take place at 118 North Scanland Street there in Hammond, Louisiana, DP Nation, Hammond. All right. I want to tell you something also, that if you are in South Mississippi and you are anywhere near Hattiesburg, Pedal, I want to tell you that we win every day, but we especially win on Wednesdays. Winning on Wednesdays is our Bible study, and that's going to be a great word in the house. I'm going to be in revival, but that's a word going to be in this house tonight. So if you're on this side of town, I want to admonish you to join us at DP Nation Pedal tonight at 7 p.m. sharp, just for an hour. We're going to delve into the Word of God. So I thank y'all for joining me. I'm a man of my word. So guess what I want y'all to do? I want you to drop your Cash App in the comment section. And I'm going to be gifting somebody lunch on me. I'm paying for your lunch today. All right? So do me a favor. Drop them Cash App handles in the chat. All right? Drop them Cash App handles in the chat. I'm paying for lunch today. All right? I don't see none yet. Y'all must not be hungry. Maybe this spiritual food or this conversation rather got y'all full. But I want to bless somebody today. So drop your Cash App handles in the chat. All right? My wife is on. If you're still on, baby, can you wave at me? Can you wave at me if you're still on? Can you wave at me if you're still on? All right, Brother LD was the first person to put his Cash App handle in there. Also, I want to give y'all an opportunity to sow into the platform. If this is blessing you and you can see what God going to do for this, with this in the future, guess what? You can partner with me. I'm always feeding somebody. I'm going to get somebody fed. But if you want to partner with me, in helping feed people and do these things, I want to give you an opportunity to sow into this platform as well. If my wife is on, can you pin my Cash App handle in the chat, $ Cordaro Beard, $ Cordaro Beard. Somebody put that on, $ Cordaro Beard. You could also sow into this platform through my Zelle at cordaro12@gmail.com. I'm blessing somebody. I'm blessing somebody today. I'm blessing somebody today. Keep them coming. I want to see them Cash App handles. I'm blessing somebody today. I'm blessing somebody today. That's what I want to do. I want to bless somebody. I'm feeding somebody today. And I'm going to do that every Wednesday. All right? Darian Moffett. How you doing, man? You've been very active in the chat today. Guess what? I'm telling you, Darian Moffitt, that you're one of the ones that I'm going to be gifting lunch to today. Darian Moffitt, guess what I want to tell you, brother? Lunch on me, $ Big Boy, MLLC. Guess what? Lunch on me today, brother. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in. Y'all clap it up for Darian Moffitt. He been in the chat, getting active, and all of you all have. Then we gonna feed the nation in a minute. But I want to gift him. All right, I want to gift him. The lady. Okay, thank you, Sister Carla. Thank you, Sister Carla. She put my giving information up there. If you want to partner with this platform, my giving handle, that's right, the ladies on, is my Zelle at Cordero12@gmail. And then Cash App is $ Cordero Beer. God bless y'all. I love y'all. I want to tell y'all something. In the close of Lunch on Me, my sister said, that's your member. Guess what? Lunch is on me today, all right? I'm sending the money all the way to Macon. Do you hear me? It's happening. Thank all of y'all that joined me. I really appreciate y'all. Listen, we going up. We going to keep the train moving. We going to keep the train moving on this thing, all right? Thank you, Sister Mona Wheeler. She has gifted me today. God bless you, helping to serve this platform. Thank you, Sister Mona. Y'all put hearts on the screen for Sister Mona. She thought enough, my God, of this platform today to sow into it. Thank you so much. Thank you for your time. Thank you for sharing your lunch hour with me. All right, I'm going to be right back in this room. I'm going to be right back in the kitchen. I'm going to be right back in this restaurant. All right, next Wednesday, I'll be here next Wednesday at 12. I'll be here next Wednesday at 12. Okay, and so I love you. I definitely appreciate y'all. For those of you all that know somebody that need this kind of conversation, listen, share this broadcast. Until then, I'm telling y'all to be blessed. Peace out. I'll see you soon. Thank you for joining me at Lunch on Me.